So in today's posture reset video, we're just going to require, for our workout, we're only going to require one piece of equipment, okay? And that will just be a towel, or it could be a strap or a belt, something that needs to be long enough that you can stretch it overhead like so. Okay, I'm just going to use a towel because I know everyone will have a towel. So we're just going to begin with a bit of a warm up. And we'll just start with some shoulder rolls. So we just want to get everything nice and soft, a bit of blood flow so that we're a little bit more stretchy, and we can get a bit of a deeper stretch into the areas that we're trying to focus on. So we're just rolling the shoulders forwards, up towards the ears, back and around. And then we'll change directions, and we're going to go back up towards ears, forwards and around. So the areas that we're going to be focusing on is we're going to be stretching out through the front of the chest, and we're going to be doing some strength work through that middle scapular area. And then we're going to do some strength and stretching through the neck as well. These are both areas that affect our posture when we have rounded shoulders. And we're going to also work on a bit of strength through the upper back as well. So we're going to reach out. I want you to spread your shoulder blades apart, so fingers open, and then we're going to squeeze a fist, and I want you to squeeze your elbows behind you and squeeze some tension between your shoulder blades, okay? So we're trying to get all those postural muscles waking up, all the postural muscles between our shoulder blades, which help to keep us nice and upright in a good, strong, upright position. So really squeezing to activate, spread the shoulder blades apart and reach, so we get a bit of stretch as well when we reach out in front. And think about chest, our shoulders, the head of the shoulders back as well. We don't want to be having the shoulders forwards and the elbows back, okay? So make sure it's the head of the shoulders and the chest is out nice and proud like a soldier. And then we're going to interlace our fingers, and we're going to stretch our hands up overhead, okay? And we're going to just do a bit of a side bend left and right, okay? We want to try and open up through the lats through here, okay? So these muscles can also affect the posture of our shoulders, so it's quite important to try and open that area up as well. With this movement, we're not bending from the hips. You'll notice I'm just side bending from the upper body. So I'm really trying to open up through that area there. The lats, try and keep the elbows as straight as you can. And then we're going to take the hands to the chest, come up to an angle on one side, down to the belly chest area, up to the other side. Okay, so really extending them nice and high. And then we're going to go into a bit of a cobra movement. So what I want you to do with this one is we're going to have our palms facing forwards, chest is out proud, and we're squeezing our shoulder blades together and the shoulders down away from the ears. Okay, so we want a nice, tall, upright, strong posture. And then we're going to round, we're going to take the thumbs to point in towards the groin, slump our upper body, drop our chin to our chest, and then we're going to open, extend up nice and strong, shoulders back and down. Think about your back, your shoulder blades sliding into your back pockets. Okay, so just firing all those postural muscles through this nice flow movement. And then we're going to do a similar movement. So we're going to have the thumbs pointing towards the groin, shoulders rounded. And then this time we're going to open up to a wide position. And I want you to open your palms up, fingers up, and think about stretching through the upper abdominals. And just to stretch it up and then round everything forwards and down, spread the shoulder blades. When we go to the Y, we squeeze the shoulders back, but we open this whole front side up. Often when we have poor upper body posture, we sort of slump forward. So everything, all the fascia, the upper abdominals, the chest, the shoulders becomes very tight. So we want to just stretch that fascia and all those muscles out, open them up. And then the final warm-up movement we're going to do is we're going to start to work into the occipital muscles. So there's little muscles at the base of the skull, and when our shoulders are forwards, our head comes forwards and our head tilts back. And all these little muscles at the back of the neck there, the back base of the skull, become very tight and they can cause headaches and all sorts of different things. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our fingers like so. So we're going to use our thumbs, and I want you to try and find the base of your skull and come right underneath it. And we're going to do little thumb circles. Okay, so we're going to start from the edge here near our ears, and we're going to do a little circle, a couple of circles, and then we move, couple of circles, move, and we're just going to work all the way through that suboccipital area. And it's a very, it's a great massage to do to get into that area because it's quite hard to stretch. Okay, so we'll just go all the way to the center, then work it all the way out just a few times just to get some movement and some stretch and massage to those areas. Okay, so now that we're nice and warmed up, what we're going to do is, for the first exercise, we're going to have our fingers flexed back. I want you to stretch your arms out as long as you can. So think about if you had a wall, like in, I think it's Indiana Jones, and the walls are closing in on you. And you're trying to, imagine you're trying to push those walls out away from you. Okay, so we're trying to extend the arms as long as we can, but we're pushing through the palms, the heel of the palm, and we've got our fingers flexed back as far as we can. Okay, and then from here, we're going to squeeze our shoulders back slightly, and then we're going to use a wall. Okay, so with my fingers pointing back behind me, I'm going to press my palm into the wall, and I'm going to hold for a few seconds, and then I'm going to switch. I'm going to go to the other side, same thing. So palm fully pressed into the wall. You'll notice that that stretch will intensify when you do use that wall. And then switch again. Pressing into the wall, keeping those fingers back behind us. And switch. Stretch into the wall. Feel the shoulders opening up. You may feel it in your forearms. You may feel it through your entire arms. This actually is a bit of a neural stretch. It stretches the nerves that run through the neck, down into the shoulder, all the way down to the hands. And then we'll go one more time. Okay, and then next up what we're going to do, we're going to use the wall again. We're going to step out a little bit from the wall, okay, and we're going to have our forearms, so how far you step out will depend on how much range of motion you've got. So if you're a bit tighter, you might stand closer. If you've got a bit more range, then we'll stand further away. And what we're going to do is we're going to press the forearm into the wall, so we want our palms facing open, and we're focusing on squeezing the shoulder blades together. Okay, so we want, and squeezing the back of the shoulder. So all those muscles, we've done our stretching, where we've opened up that front side. Now we want to get some tension and build some strength and reset our posture. Okay, so we want to build some strength in those shoulder muscles at the back. So we're going to hold it, hold, and then we'll relax. okay? And then we'll go again. We're gonna press into the wall, the whole forearms, hold, 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 and then relax. And then we'll go again. Pressing into the wall, hold, 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 and then relax. And we'll do it one more time. Okay, so pressing into the wall, activating the back of the shoulders, the muscles. Think about the muscles between your shoulder blades. And then we'll relax. All right. Now, just be aware of your shoulder positioning. I can already feel that my shoulders feel like they're set way wider and further back now. We're going to do one more round of that. Okay, so again, we're going to stretch the arms out. We're going to create a little bit of tension at the back of the shoulders, but really trying to create a nice long line, pushing the palms out as long as we can. And then we'll use the wall for a little bit of extra stretch. Hold that position. And then we'll go to the other side. Press into the wall. Hold. So the reason that we do these in combination, we go stretch first, and then we do our strength exercise, is because when we can open that front side up, we can get a much better contraction of the opposing muscles. So it's a lot better for developing postural strength. All right, we'll go one more time each side. Into the wall, hold. And then opposite way. Okay, good. All right, let's go back on the wall again. Okay, so we're gonna step out a little bit. Forearms pressed into the wall, squeeze the shoulders back. Hold, hold, hold. All right, relax it. And then again, pressed into the wall, hold, 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 and then relax. Press into the wall, hold, 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 hold. Relax, and we'll do one more rep. Press it into the wall, and hold, 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 hold. Okay. All right, now our final two. So our stretch that we're gonna do, we're gonna use our towel, or you can use a belt or a strap or a band or something that's long enough. So I'm using a towel because I know that most people will have a towel in their house. So the idea of what we want to do is we're going to grab the corners of the towel. Now you need to make sure it's a long enough towel. The tighter you are, the longer the towel you'll need. If the towel is too long, you don't have to grab it all the way on the end. You can grab it closer. And we're just going to bring the arms back behind us. And we're just going to do a little bit of movement up and down. So I'm not moving my head, I'm not moving my spine. I'm just taking one end of the towel, so my hand a little bit higher on one side, a little bit higher on the other side, and we're just getting a little bit of movement happening, so some different angles into the shoulder and chest muscles, so we can stretch out different fibers in that same muscle group. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use the wall, and I want you to extend your neck out long, okay? And at the back of your skull, there's like a little sort of projection. I want on the actual skull, and I want you to try and tuck your chin in. Get that little projection on the wall, and you're going to use it, and you're going to step out from the wall. So we're using our body weight, so we're actually lengthening out the back of our neck. I want you to have the tongue pressed to the roof of your mouth, and we're just going to hold this for a static stretch. Okay, so we're stretching the back of the neck, but we're actually also developing strength because we're using our body weight. If you do feel pain with this, just step a bit closer to the wall. You may be stepping out a bit too far, but we want to develop strength in those neck extensors in a lengthened out position. So we're resetting the position of our head and our neck. All right, so we're just going to hold it for a single hold. If you swallow, you'll notice that your tongue will naturally press to the roof of your mouth. I want you to do that and keep the tongue in that position as you do this hold. Okay, and then we'll back it off and we'll go one more round through. Okay, so we're going to use our towel again. We'll do the same movements. Okay, so holding the ends of the towel, we'll take the arms back. Okay, so again, it's going to depend on your flexibility as to how far apart you have your hands and how far back you can take it. We don't want to take it to a point where it's hurting or pinching or it's uncomfortable on our shoulders. So always work with your own range of motion. Alright, so just up and down, getting into the chest. The pecs in particular have a number of different angles that the muscle fibers run in. So it's nice to just move rather than doing a static hold in one position. This stretch is going to work into different parts of that same muscle group. Okay, and then we'll do our final one on the wall. Okay, so again, make sure that you tuck your chin in. We're not trying to get a double chin, but we want to have it pretty tucked in. Think about that little projection at the occiput of the skull. Try and get it on the wall so you can use it to lengthen your neck out. And then we can step out from the wall. You can even have your hands on the wall if it's too much to do it without, with hands free, so it's up to you. But we want to get tongue in a lengthened position, neck in a lengthened position, tongue on the roof of the mouth, and just hold that tall, upright posture. You might even find that after doing this, you might actually even be a little bit taller, okay? Because everything that was bent over is now stacked up and lined up taller. So remember, if it's too intense, then you can either put your hands on the wall or you can step a bit closer to the wall. We're just trying to reset our posture, so it's not going to be, we're not trying to overload the muscle too much. Okay, and then we'll slowly come out of it. And then what we always want to do is, after we've done a workout like this, a posture reset, just have a feel of how your body feels. Where do your shoulders feel? Do they feel like they're way further back and open? Do you feel taller? Does your neck feel longer? Do you feel more in alignment? It's probably always worth noting at the start of the workout as well and comparing it to the end. So I hope you enjoyed that workout.